versus azureray. And actually, this is a really interesting... Oh, Lou. Ooh. Yeah, Sticky Bomb not going to latch. So,
nice
but he put him right next to him. Who has the better right-click damage is the question. The support battle! Save wins it just barely. Less than 10 HP, dies pitifully to a creep. But well worth it for him.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, shit.
Faith Beyond. Oh, dear. That is very sad. Who is going to get the last hit? It is Nightfall. My goodness. You kind of do have to worry about getting hit if you want the full regen aspect, but it's tough to say. As we're going to see, speaking of which, Storm dips in. GPK is going to hold the techies in place to save. There's a lot of pressure from Ori. That's going to be an easy cleanup. Still a lot of mana to go. He gets the haste rune as well, and that means Betboom are going to have to back away.
As it looks like Betboom are going for the secure your king smoke as Bond.
Beyond Searing Chains there. A nice hoodwink stun, but you can see the numbers on the side of Betboom. Faith Beyond is donezo.
Yep.
We can see that there is Lou in the area. They spot him. Uses the pounce to get the other side, but the Searing Chains is there. Does have his ult, so Shadow Dance gives him a little bit of time. Turns into the little piggy as well, but he gets lifted up and destroyed. Miero takes credit of that with the crush.
Will they surprise them?
See, Techies are going to spot things out. Might have pissed on a couple of heroes. Sharpshooter coming from FY as well. Will connect onto the Enchantress, but a lot of whiff spells overall. As you can see, Ori is already extremely low. He is getting destroyed by that Pine Cone.
That's one.
And just like that, they're going to lose their Techies, and now the rest of azureray on the run. Ori should have enough mana to get away. Faith Beyond getting caught out. This is not good for azureray, and
yeah, I think the only way you could they're not done yet, GPK.
Searing Chains, Fate Bolt, it's enough. Very greedy play from Ori. And remember, both sides relatively safe to continue on in the tournament. But you never know. Crazier things. Lou applying some pressure. Toronto Tokyo already has his tail going off. But he's going to try to turn this around on the Slark instead. He has to pop his Shadow Dance. Nightfall on the other side. Now that he's visible, there's a wave from turns into a piggy. Will be enough to skitter away. GPK and company surrounding the techies. Brings that one down easily. Now Ori very deep in. Pounce is going to connect onto the Ember Spear, getting whipped as well. Actually, will be enough. No, he actually gets up the slide officially, gives him a little bit of extra time, but he does drop in the end. Skewers basically cancel his Faith Beyond with the RP only onto one, but it is the Morphling. They can get this. This will be pretty valuable. That is the Aegis. So life number one.
They need to be a bit
All
careful.
this has cost him is a Techie's buyback so far.
There's a stolen RP on save, but they see him.
Yeah, he actually uses it onto the Storm Spear, and there's a re-engagement from Miero. They destroy Ori, but will it cost them? This is a lot of stacks onto Lou right now. Dark packing it as well, but
done.
Gets crushed from the high ground.
They need defusal.
And there's the defusal. Inhibit activated from Lou. And that evens up the game, basically, in terms of just pure net worth.
Miscrit, unless, well, you build Daedalus.
Check
As
it.
Yanling,
The
see you
reactive
later,
taser
nerd.
coming off, I believe. Doesn't matter, though. Down he goes for Nightfall.
He does see GPK back there with the night vision, of course.
Hondo ready. Oh, Fate Beyond. Skewer on Toronto Tokyo. That should be an easy kill, potentially. Especially with that Conda coming in as well. Toronto Tokyo staying alive somehow. Save is the first to fall, though, is now Bach and company have already used their BKB's RP. Just on the Ember Spear, but well worth it. Down goes GPK, and finally Toronto Tokyo follows suit, but that's a double buyback on both support of Betboom. The silence right now onto Miero. The Slaughter is dead. azureray winning this fight handily. Nightfall with his con that can't do much. Good evidence, but a fight here onto two. Nightfall turns into Slark temporarily. He's going to get pounced, though. And now Lou continuing to right-click on him. A lot of Essence Shift stacks on him right now as Nightfall stuck to the trees. He is dead. Lou stays alive. Looks like they're going to lose one, though. That is just the techies. It's Toronto Tokyo trying to save face, but that's going to be a dieback for him and save a double dieback. 7 dead for Betboom as azureray destroy them.
But most importantly, their initiation is like very crisp. Storm jumps in, pulls, or RP, heavy lockdown. But for Betboom, it's a lot more casual.
Faith Beyond has to use his BKB, gets bashed up those skewers there as well, trying to get the RP down, but they have the stun to start out onto Miero. Techies gets blast off, and finally he'll get the kill, but it is a 2-for-1 to start in favor of Betboom. Lou already with the Shadow Dance, he's going to get skewered to the other side. That's the Aegis down. Can they fight some more? Betboom surrounding the Slark. It's getting destroyed, but Lou, that might be the Death Shroud. Indeed it is. Tries to pounce away now. That Aghanim Scepter should be good to go.
You're welcome.
The School of Suns fan is
Esports University, top 1%.
Lou. Applying some pressure to Toronto, Tokyo. Getting victim, but actually goes to the high ground. He's just dead right off the bat. RP only onto one. It's the Morphling. Still pretty healthy, but the zip in from Ori is enough. Down goes Nightfall. Arrow completely surrounded. The sharpshooter hits him right in the ass. That hurts. That's 3 dead for Betboom as GPK pounced on, uses the Yules, but surrounded and destroyed again. 4 for nothing. This is on the doorstep of their base, so azureray will continue.
He either has to be more careful or he has to build a shard so that when he does get RP that he can morph. Because he didn't deal any damage in that fight.
Oh, if they can get the Ember again, this would be a dieback.
Nice
skewered out. The Shadow Dance still active. Gets stunned for the time being. This could be a huge kill for Betboom. Indeed it is. So Slark punished, but they do lose their entire set of racks in the mid lane. Whoa, Aghanim Scepter on Hoodwink. Oh my goodness.
Good. I thought something.
That is very sexy. Isn't that the sharpshooter fake out thing?
Yeah, it is.
That's terrific as Lou. Gonna find the arrow, gets the double pounce on him. The zip in is pretty neat from Ori. Damage being applied from Toronto Tokyo in the meantime, but they lose the Slark right off the bat, and Nightfall is dead again. And that's essentially a dieback for him as the RP actually finds the Ember. I believe he was TPing in the tree line. Blast off should be dodged, but GPK completely surrounded.
He's a goner. Another Yule him again.
Keeps him alive just a little bit longer. Skewered away and dead. 4 dead for Betboom, and we're not going to be able to see the FY Ags. No, he was not TPing, so that was still a blind RP from Faith Beyond. And now they're in the base, and this should be a GG. Indeed it is. Toronto Tokyo calls it. So game 1 goes the way of azureray, and OG fans rooting for azureray now officially.
Yep.
Need to get that 2-0.
You want azureray to replicate this in the next game.
This is the Betboom versus azureray series. azureray takes game number 1.
You know, you spawn it, then it takes a few seconds. FY.
Blinking initially from Nightfall. Dragon Tails there. Inkwell actually hits both heroes in Toronto Tokyo. Using that Firefly to traverse terrain as a little baby courier of Void dies. Faceless Rex, I believe is the name. Very important.
Well, Bach now in this lane, he has double Bracer, double Lever and Dragon Blood down bottom. Save. Another kill on the Void.
Yeah. Impale follows. Lion now in quite a bit of trouble. Hawk Root comes through. One more Axes, but he pops the wand to stay alive. As if the Ancients will actually kill the Wisdom Runes. Yeah, to actually fight against them as well.
Honestly, that
a good change.
Might be a change for the future. As when you do play bad rally, you want to get a few streaks every now and then. So like Toronto Tokyo, backs off, does that. FY in mid.
That's a very long tongue from Save. FY. One more right click will do it. GPK gets it, but he's taking a ton of damage from Ori. Timber chains are safety, but you can see Ori just kills his prey through Save, and now he's going to get the second one as well.
He's healing.
He is, but can you do that again?
I'll do it when he shackles. As a +5, as the finger is available.
It's ready for the pluck-in as Miero gets caught out. Silent, stunned, another stun with Inkswell on the way. And Finger should do the job.
Skadoosh!
Next, the Roar goes off onto the Void, not wanting the Chronosphere, but the Chronosphere is now reserved for the Shadow Shaman. Toronto Tokyo's in the area, though, with a double boar setup.
The boars are still here, baby.
Yeah, looks like the Lion is going to get dropped. Lou has Time Walk, so should be okay. But Betboom gets something out of it, but that's a double rotation just for a support after you lose your offlaner.
So going up top. Looks like he doesn't want to stay down bottom. Save coming up top.
Yeah.
Good stun.
Tails starts things out. Hex to follow. Save is here, though, trying to save his teammate. Oh my goodness. The burst damage onto Lou is way too much. Betboom end up... Okay, they get the double impale, but you would think that they should be able to pick up the Lion as well. Indeed they do. Double kill for GPK, great rotation, punishes the aggression from azureray.
I kind of respect the play, but I think they did not execute that properly. There was quite a bit of staggering options unfortunately against Aiden Toledo. There's another return kill onto Bach.
Potentially from the Betboom squad, or Betboom side. And Ori would be a huge pickup. A beautiful silence from FY gets the Soul Bind off as well, but And a Hex on the Ori deletes one. Going for the second, but he's going to get stunned up and bursted down eventually. So Betboom get what they came for. But the Chrono from Lu comes through. On to 2 heroes, but he's taking a decent amount of damage. Might just have to back away as GPK is way too tanky. So 2 for 2. Not quite over yet. Chakram slows down the Grim. And FY takes a tumble. So 3 for 2. Betboom definitely okay with this exchange as they get the TA. GPK.
Use that up into the Centaur.
Yep, hook stomp. See Lion trying to help out, but this is just way too much damage. And of course the Chakram, a very good tool to get rid of the refraction charges. Will it be enough time for Azureray to actually finish Roche? It's going to be pretty close. Not the fastest, despite having the Deso.
I think it will turn into a fight.
All going through regardless. Yeah, this will be a fight.
Look up top. All right, safe. Dead already.
Dead to Ori. Soulbind onto 2. Dragonite already pretty low. Lu gets off the Chronosphere, but it's on 2. They're doing a ton of damage through it, and Betboom have TP'd into disaster. It was a trap all along.
Oh god, what a humongous throw. Does it now matter if this tier 3 is at 20% or 100%? It makes no difference. All you had to think about was Roche, but either way, of course, this does happen sometimes.
Roar starts it out here. Stomp onto 2 is Ori, actually stuck in a very precarious spot, doing a decent amount of damage though. He kicks out the Beastmaster, as Save and company will rip apart the Lion. So 2 for 1 to start things out. Still 2 supports for a core. Azureray, you're kind of ready to fight. Are you saying after?
I think with Manta, you're more open to like look. You know, like you're not
maybe a fight as Azureray find a Timber Saw. And they will take it. They will claim another kill for themselves. Get a shard that works with multiple abilities. It's like getting extra value out of it.
Hold there in a ward right now. Could be important.
Okay. Lasso. I hear it. It's there somewhere.
It happened.
Gonna be able to kill on the Lion. Nightfall gets credit for that one. Lu with the Chronosphere. Actually, the AM walks into it. They're gonna be able to take out the Rasta though. Trying to get the illusions, but you can see the roar applied to the void. He is dead. And Nightfall. Credit for that one is now FY and company on the run, so Betboom showing some life again, and now that Roche is up, we'll see if they have enough time.
AR want to play for time, right? The more they can delay this chrono cooldown, whereas Betboom, they want to be the ones to strike in. There's a Hex.
Yeah, GPK gets off the Shivas. Instant Hex though.
They got FY, that's
GPK, FY is already dead, cannot get back into the game. Yep, Lowe's in a lot of trouble, gets roared and bursted as well. And just like that, 2 dead for Azureray. And the rest will just have to retreat. Bach might not be so lucky. Faith Beyond getting drained of his mana, getting drained of his soul. Getting tipped is Nightfall. 3 dead for Azureray. Betboom.
If you're Azureray, I don't think you can fight until your Void has an MKB and the level 20 talent with the attack speed. So right now it's all on Betboom to play forward, which they are.
Nightfall going in deep. Mana Void does a decent amount of damage. FY is dead, buys back instantly. There's the Chrono though, onto 2. Everything on the AM, that's the Aegis. So life number 1 down. Soulbind will end up connecting onto 2. Actually, the BKB comes out first.
Okay.
Lu and company stuck inside the wards, and now Lu roared up. Do they have enough damage? No. Time walks with that BKB out. Miero limping away from the high ground. As the Finger of Death destroys one, but the Lion dies shortly after, so it's a 1 for 1 there. And now Lu getting hexed up. He's getting really low, bursted down by GPK and the Timber Chain.
Ori's dying too.
And Ori dead as well. Tons of buybacks coming through for Azureray despite not having the Chronosphere up. Lu wants to get something out of this. Dragon Tail from Faith Beyond onto the Timber. Wants the high 5, not reciprocating quite yet, and Pale follows. They should have enough damage eventually and enough chase at the very least to get this kill. So they get 3 kills.
Oh, they could get FY again.
Yep, they could. Bach pops his ult. They're going to run into him. Yeah, the illusions are what they find initially. Soulbind onto the illusion and the Timber Saw. Yeah, FY into the trees he goes. Dragonite continue to chase Nightfall. Inkswell will stun him initially. Lu looking for the Chronosphere. It will be on the solo AM, but so much evasion. Really hard to get this kill. Nightfall gets bashed at the last moment and drops as a result. They lose their Ross, who buys back in the game, and the only one that has been killed on the Azureray side is the Grim, as a Finger of Death destroys Toronto Tokyo. I mean, if you're Betboom, it's kind of like a good scenario in a lot of cases. Like, oh, they use Chrono only on one hero, but and actually, that one bash, I think he gets away if he doesn't get that bash at that time. Potential racks now incoming for azureray. The last fortification for quite a while, Betboom's side. Hex comes out,
Hex,
initiation, Ori, really want to find GPK, has to pop the BKB,
double chrono.
but the double chrono, that is a dead Timber Saw. Looks like Beastmaster's next as well, only one buyback though to come out, so no Timber for quite a while. Can they get Nightfall is the question. Another bash comes out from Lou, but now going to turn the sights to Miero again. He just bought back, so it has to be very careful. Faith Beyond focusing on AM, forcing him out completely, but they are able to burst him down in the end as GGs are called.